Ladies,
cool.
he's 6'1" and can't even. Oh, yeah, you know what? I'll stop right there. I'm
What
gonna
the
actually.
fuck?
I was going to.
Where are you going with that?
I was about to. There's a meme, and I was like, you know what? Am I the asshole for evicting my ex? Am I the asshole for not dropping off my wife and daughter right in front of her parents' house because the railway crossing gate was closed and it would have taken time? This is Bello. What's worse, this gift or showing up with a Costco pallet of deodorant?
This is Darrien. I mean, turtles are definitely racist.
And this is Paddy. You one goat, you're the goat f***er.
And this is Jury of Your Peers. Let's go. Hey guys, this is Jury of Your Peers. This is the show where we read Am I the Asshole stories off of Reddit and we decide whether they are guilty or not, deserve the death penalty, should be exiled to another country, maybe sent to the Shadow Realm. I don't know. Welcome back to episode 27. We are cooking, guys. We are making content, but this isn't it. We have other content we work on too. We've got this. We have a little show called The Deliberation Room, which may have already come out on YouTube. Yeah, maybe so. By the time this goes up. We are on YouTube, as you guys know. This will be our 4th episode that we are on video recording. And we also have another show. Paddy, go ahead and plug it.
Oh, the 2-minute drill talks about the college football landscape, and unfortunately for me, talks about Miami losing the national championship game, which actually still hasn't come out yet. But we are talking about football and hopefully some other sports here soon in the football offseason, hinting at maybe comment some of the sports that you would like the fellas to talk about. You know, maybe we get really into badminton if somebody likes that. Maybe cricket.
Too late.
Rugby. Something. Comment what you want us to talk about. Ping pong. Marty Supreme.
Relevant.
Timothy Chalamet.
Well, with that being said, we also have some social media for you guys. We got TikTok, we got Instagram, we have a Twitter Paddy doesn't post on, and a Reddit that I still have not logged on to. So, really doing everything we can for you guys.
I did log on to the Twitter. So I'm one step ahead of Bello.
That's true.
Okay,
that's true.
that's
he's beating
good.
me right now. He's cooking me.
How does that feel to get outdone by Paddy?
Oh, I mean,
doesn't happen often.
If I could exit stage left, I would. You know, that's how I'll put it. Real quick intro for our peeps.
That's pretty good. First YouTube crack open.
That's true.
We didn't do pretty solid.
Yeah, we didn't do one.
Cheers. But we are back. We are judging people. We are deciding whether they deserve the death penalty or not. I mean, we got some real bangers this week, guys. We're back from winter break. By the time this goes out, I think I'll be married.
It's true.
Yes.
Oh, you will
I will no longer be a single bachelor anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, gentlemen.
I
Too
think
late.
Bello's actually 55 approximately.
That's
so
crazy.
Yeah.
Bello, tell us right now how it's going to feel to be married. Give us like a 10-second. I'm married now.
You know, man, brain coming up dead empty right now.
Yeah.
It's like eating the best
your
Krispy Kreme
Beyonce
donut
is...
you've ever had in your life.
That's the equivalent. I am so happy that that's how you feel.
I respect that. Krispy Kreme is pretty good, so that's a good comp.
Krispy Kreme right out the oven. Like, you got to go to the store and get it
when the light's on.
Yeah.
You got to sneak into the back, get it right off the line. Like that type of fresh.
Basically just lay down underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cut the background out of that. That is going to be a fantastic clip.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Listen, I clip farm. Everybody knows that.
That's true.
It's true. Paddy is aura farming at all times.
And speaking of YouTube, if you're watching us on YouTube, probably already noticed we're matching. We look great. We're all fans of the Barbie movie here. We are all Kenough. And you know, you can check out the YouTube if you haven't yet. Maybe see what we're wearing. Check the TikTok, the Instagram, you know, all the stuff where you can see us visually. And lastly, we have an email. juryofyourpeersped@gmail.com. Guys, email us your stories. We want to see them. We want to see you guys. We want to judge you. You know, try to make it so that we don't vote against you because that'd be awkward. But don't lie either, because we'll know, obviously. So
I'm gonna make it my life's mission to vote against you. If you write into us, I'm going to side against you every single time. I'm sorry. I feel like it's my natural inclination. I'm like, who are you? Why? And then I'm like, oh, you're actually supporting us. I'm sorry. And then I'll flip at the last second.
Devil's advocate?
I don't think ever, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't really fit your persona necessarily.
Not my vibe.
Persona reference. Are we ready to dive into some stories?
Let's get into it.
Oh man, you love to hear it. Am I the asshole for evicting my ex? This comes from Reddit user Junior Blueberry 5447.
It's a hell of a name. That's a hell of a name.
It is solid.
That's a hell of a name.
You got to think about it.
I don't want to give away my scale though of Macaulay Culkin, so I'm gonna go 4.5 Macaulay Culkins plus a Brenda Song cameo as an apology for last episode when I said, "Who cares about your name?" I think that's her name.
It is. That sounds
right. Yeah, it is.
That's called growth, ladies and gentlemen. Growth.
Okay, well. With that being said, let's dive right in. I, 32 male, and my ex, 33 female, had been together for 4 years. We started the relationship shortly after her divorce of a 10-year marriage. About 2 years into our relationship, her ex-husband tried suing her because she hadn't assumed the loan of the house out of his name or sold it, and the house was in foreclosure. She ended up winning that case due to his negligence, and the judge gave her more time. She tried multiple avenues to get the house and loan in her name and was unable to accomplish any of them. She had pushed for me to move in shortly after our relationship started, and that continued throughout the relationship. I wasn't willing to do so until a few of my standards could be met, as well as it seemed too fast and too pressured by her insisting. Guys, also, just interrupt me at any point because this person might be a terrorist and posted a 1-page long story with no paragraphs. It's one giant paragraph.
So we were about to be sitting here for the next 18 minutes listening to this story in its totality. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're about a quarter of the way through and there's no paragraph. So just stop me. Already this person has a strike against them just for that.
Hold on. Oh, hold on.
Oh my God.
We're gonna have
He's
to.
going.
I forgot to turn on the fan. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to start over my camera.
Overheated.
Oh my God! For our audio listeners, Darrien's camera just went completely cut to black.
Kaputs.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
He looks like he's back.
I know. I forgot. I was so close to being a pro.
I was about to say, guys, we're professionals here, so.
Yes.
Now I'm just gonna go exit stage left. You'll never see me on the podcast again, guys. They're gonna lock me in the dungeon now.
Yeah. You've been promoted to full-time editor.
I would riot.
Yeah. You can't be on the
I started
pod
this
anymore.
company.
You can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed?
We kick him off the pod, but we're like, oh no, but we still need an editor.
Yeah, but you still have to edit our stuff.
Yeah.
How old did you say they were?
32 and 33. She's 33, he's 32.
So she got married at 23.
Yeah,
she said
after
10, wait, no.
10-year relationship. No, because
and then they've been dating 2 years, so 21.
Ooh, yeah.
Yee.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
A 2-year difference goes from like, okay, to like,
Yeah, you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
They didn't have it all figured out then. No, these are the times that I realized that like there are some adults who are adulting way harder than me. Because all the stuff that you started saying about the house and the loans and and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I just know one person has the house and one person wants money from the house. That's all I knew.
I mean,
so listen, I was lost.
It's not a bad thing.
People are adult. Like, I have friends that have kids now.
That's
Mind
gross.
you, I'm going out on Thursday nights to trivia trying to get as drunk as humanly possible and collect rubber ducks from a vending machine. That is my goal.
Factually accurate. Yes.
Every week.
Well, you'll be more prepared. I'm a huge proponent of that. Like, just because you started your adult life at 21 does not mean it was a good idea.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
For some people it works, but I would probably say statistically Probably no.
I'm not dissing.
If you got married at 21, it's over already. You just don't know it yet.
That's a really hot take.
Listen, you can't say that as a broad statement, but I would say probably statistically that's true.
Yeah, like as a statistical
really, anyone
average.
who gets married statistically,
well, yeah,
it's already over. You just don't know it yet.
Up to like 60% now of people get divorced.
Nobody's happy anymore.
We have completely fallen off the rails. I need to dig into that. I saw something recently that's like a statistical misnomer. And it's very interesting. I saw something that's actually not true, that most relationships end in divorce.
So
there's something
for
very
people
about that.
in this podcast that don't know what that word meant,
I mean, like it's statistically like it's one of those things that it could be seen that way, like sure, but there's a lot of background shit in there that's being included or not included. That's like, that number's a little fishy.
Science, mathematicians, silence numbers guy, the vibes guy is talking. It's vibed out like that happens. We're 10 minutes in. I feel like we've been sitting here for 30 minutes just yapping.
Yeah.
Usually we're the opposite, so I'm proud of us. Usually we're like 30 minutes in. It's like, didn't we just start? It's like, dude, we're halfway through the episode and we haven't finished the first story.
This is a regular occurrence.
Yeah. Well, to get back into it, I ended up agreeing to buy the house after she continuously asked me to and started using language like, if you don't, I'll be homeless. I had to put a good chunk of change into the place to get it up to standard for the appraisal to be done for her to sell it to me, which she paid me back for, along with all closing fees and other debts she owed me, with the profit from me buying the house for more than what was remaining on her previous loan. Okay, I think I get that.
Dude, I'm telling you.
The homeless comment was so coded to one of the people that we know.
I thought the exact same thing.
I will not expose them here because I do think that they listen, but you know who you are.
Yeah.
And you are not going to be homeless.
That's true. Whenever we get this out there and they see this, they're going to be pretty pissed.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
I'm going to receive a text saying, how could you say that about me? I'm going to say, I did not use your name. So
yeah, that's true. Mystery.
I hope you're doing well, and I miss you.
Paddy, just go ahead and text me on the side. I think the main thing to understand is she sold the home to him so that they, in their divorce, could split that money because he's claiming, her ex is claiming, you're not selling it, they're foreclosing the house, you need to give me my half, as often happens when you divorce. And he's saying that he bought it from her, and he also seems like he's saying that there was no, like, he had to pay for something that she didn't cover. She has, like, paid him back fully for anything she needed to pay him back for.
But he is now the owner of the house.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm the owner of this house.
Yeah, this is going to get a little bit feisty at the end. Yep. We might get a disagreement here. So kudos to you, Bello.
Yeah, I try my best. She has paid.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm confused as fuck, but let's keep going.
What, do you want to ask questions?
No. We push through.
Okay, we push through.
Venture on.
We move.
Yeah. She has paid rent every month to cover the mortgage payment. I have since invested another large sum of my own money into the property for repairs and enhancements that needed to be done. I'm the only one on the deed and the loan, as well as the only party legally liable and financially responsible for the property.
Bad choice.
Yeah, this is about to go so south. I mean, I'm not going to lie. At the beginning, I said this. I said no immediately because, everybody hates their exes. Or, like, that's the running joke. So I was ready to be the guy who's like, oh, the ex is crazy. But this guy is really setting it up like he's about to be a real jerk. Like, I'm very worried that he's going to be like, we broke up and you shouldn't have put me the only one on the deed. I'm the one fiscally responsible for this. Rip to that chick.
Yeah. So it seems she's paid him back for any debts, but he has put some of his own money into the house, needless to say, which seemed to be optional. So that's why it's on him for that. That being prefaced, after our breakup, she still resides in the house and pays rent. I think he meant to say he says everyone in the same amount. I'm going to guess pays
every
rent
month.
in the same amount she has which so. What the fuck? This dude.
Wow, he's really cooking your ass right now.
I mean, here, you want me? I'll read it verbatim and then we'll decipher. That being prefaced, after our breakup, she still resides in the house and pays rent every one in the same amount she has, which solely covers the mortgage payment.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just had a little bit of an aneurysm.
Oh my god, do I smell toast?
Yeah, jeez. Does my left arm feel numb?
I guess what he's saying is she pays rent, which covers the mortgage payment, and she's paid that every month without missing, and nothing else.
Okay.
We tried remaining friends, but through her actions and decisions, she's made it clear I was solely a landlord, which is perfectly fine. But as a landlord, I wanted to get an official lease so that we were both protected if anything happened. I had a standard month-to-month lease drafted and raised rent by $200 a month.
Feels like he didn't need to do the $200, but okay. Feels like he didn't need to do that. Feels like that was a fuck you.
That shit went from a helping hand to an asset very quickly. Because he said, we tried to be friends, but this man was getting drunk in her kitchen in the middle of the night going, you still love me, though. I can tell. I can see it in your eyes. Her actions and decisions were her getting another boyfriend. And he said, we really need a lease if you think about it. If I'm just your landlord. That's how that conversation went.
He puts in parentheses, still $400 less than fair market value on rent for similar and lesser properties in the area.
Yeah. He's hurt. Ladies and gentlemen, he's hurt.
Yeah. She was getting ran through, man. She was getting ran through in that house.
What the fuck happened, dude?
Dude, Paddy said ran through right as I took a friggin' sip. Almost died. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I can picture it so perfectly. Like him being like, okay, we can remain friends. And this is a guess based on some things we've talked about, but I agree with you guys. Like, he was like, yeah, like I could still hit every once in a while, like, we're friends. I can still come over. And she was like, no, what the fuck? And he was like, I see then. I guess we're not friends anymore. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? Yo.
Yeah, this guy was mad creeping, you can tell.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have any concrete evidence because it's his story, of course. So he's not going to say that he did that. But even from his perspective, this shit sounds weird.
Yeah.
So going straight from he raised rent by $200 a month so that I could have some money to go into a maintenance fund for the property. I didn't require a security deposit and tweaked the pet clause where she was allowed her 5 dogs as long as she cleaned up after them and they didn't cause more property damage.
5 dogs is crazy.
That's bananas, dude.
That's coming from somebody that has 4 animals.
Oh, right. You do have 4 animals now. How does that feel?
It's a lot.
Yes.
I'm looking at one of the cats right now.
Bridget, and I know they don't always vibe, right? They don't. They don't fuck with each other.
Oh, the dog and my 2 cats, or no, the dog, yeah, and my 2 cats get along fine. They don't love each other, but they're fine. My one cat, who's super dumb, gets along with the other cat because I think he's too dumb to really understand that the other cat is like just another cat. So he's cool, and then that cat, I think, identifies that cat's dumb and not a threat. Other cats do not fuck with each other. They hiss at each other every time. They do not get near each other. We have to keep them separated during the day or else they will attack. And my cat is significantly bigger than the other one, so I think it would get dominated.
I mean, that's a good feeling, though. You're like, my cat would fuck your cat up, though.
He's a big boy. He's got a lot of weight to throw around, so...
They'll get along.
4 animals is a lot. So 5 dogs, because 3 of the animals I have are cats, so they're smaller, a little easier to take care of. 5 dogs is wild.
That is nuts.
Now that you say that too, that's such a good point. It depends so much on the species, because I love all dogs, but 5, we're talking 5 like medium, just like 5 corgis or 5 wiener dogs. It's a very different conversation. It's like, yeah, I've got my 5 Dobermans in my house. It's like, holy shit.
A lot of dog shit.
A lot of dog shit. A lot of dog piss. Gotta be careful.
Piss and shit, man.
Yeah, that's what they do. Let's keep reading. Oh my gosh.
No, let's stick on this for a little bit.
Let's keep reading.
Anyways, I presented it to her, and she refused to sign it. I then gave her 3 days to offer revisions that she would like to see for my review. On the third day, she responded and said she refused to sign it as it was written and didn't agree that my 3-day deadline was grounds for refusal without response. Following the next legal steps, I issued her a 60-day non-renewal of tenancy notice where she will have to vacate the premises by April 1st. We are now in the waiting stages of the 60-day process, and I'm curious what Reddit thinks about the situation.
Wow. I hope Reddit tore this man to shreds. I mean, like, look, I get it. You're definitely a scorned lover, but you're being a jerk and you know it. I understand getting to that point, but from what it sounds like, you flipped the script immediately. And honestly, it was a mistake on her part to not put herself on the deed, to remove herself financially from the situation, because she set herself up. You always think it's going to work. Sometimes it doesn't. You got to plan for the times that it doesn't, because shit like this happens all the time. And also, she literally just got a divorce, so she probably wasn't even ready for a new relationship. And then now she was holed up with you. Ooh. I can't say that you're wrong, but I can say that I don't like what you're doing. I'm gonna save my verdict.
Interesting.
For the end, but I'm torn.
Listen, man, you like house is in your name. You have full control. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like you're the one that didn't put your name on the deed. I understand you may not have been able to financially do that, but like if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have been able to get that house. So kind of feels like in the situation of a breakup, if he wants to charge you more money and make a lease, which realistically, a lease is also good for her. Cause like in the event that he like gets really pissed off about something, like she brings back somebody and he's super pissed off about it, he can't just be like, oh, you have to get out. Like you have a lease that says you can stay there. So like it is good for her too. It's annoying for her probably to have to pay $200 more, but if it truly is still under market value, like I don't think that's necessarily bad, and like he has all the right to do that. So
yeah, Darren, you mentioned her name not being on the deed. I don't think she could have. Like
he's
the
one
that put all of his money into it. So
yeah, so like if it wasn't for her, that she wouldn't even have had the opportunity to live in this place.
I agree with you, Darrien, in that I think he's being a little sketch, being a little scummy, being like, you know what? And I'm charging you $200 for it.
That was a little aggressive.
Here and he flipped the phone to her that said like tip percentage, like how much would you like to leave a tip?
But would you like to rate your service?
Yeah,
it was pretty good in my opinion.
I will say though, to me, the second everything flipped to like, oh, she's kind of like dug her own grave, you kind of need to deal with it now, is when you start saying things like, if you don't buy this house, I'll be homeless.
Yeah.
Girl, if y'all break up, you had better be prepared for the shitstorm. And this, to me, is not a shitstorm. This sucks. It sucks. But the shitstorm is getting evicted, and you did it to yourself a little bit. Like, if you can't afford the extra $200, that's really, really tough. But like,
yeah,
he offered you a lease, and that is huge to like get an official lease. Because without the lease, he can just do this. He can
that's
be like, okay,
what I'm saying. Like the lease is good for her too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I feel like she just took it as a slight of like, wow, I said that you should just be my landlord and you're raising the rent. It's like, yeah, like sometimes ego gets in the way of like, okay, but if you get evicted, you're going to have to go pay $400 more anywhere else and you're going to have to move, which fair. Also costs a lot of money.
If it wasn't an ex in that situation, she would not have taken it as a slight. That was the only reason she took it as a slight, was because it was an ex. If it was a landlord, like that was like kind of refer to her, that they were in like kind of a handshake agreement and then they came with a lease, she probably would have been like, oh, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Like that's fair. Like I don't love having to pay $200 more, but like having a lease makes sense. This is good. Like, let's do this. Only reason she was pissed off was she was like, you're just mad I'm getting cracked 24/7. And now you're charging me $200 extra to get cracked in this house.
Yeah, I had a good thing going here, and you're ruining it.
What sucks is we only have the info in front of us, right?
Yeah, we don't know the other side.
I just have such a strong feeling, that he's just conveniently omitting in that lease. He was like, I also can come with only 1 hour notice whenever I want.
Yeah,
to check on the house. And just be like, no, dude, you're my ex. I'm not comfortable with you just coming by whenever the fuck you feel like it.
Can you go back and read the part about, like, she made it clear I was only her landlord?
Sure.
Like, can you read the 2 sentences before that to 1 sentence after that?
Here we go. We tried remaining friends, but through her actions and decisions, she made it clear I was solely a landlord, which is perfectly fine, but as a landlord, I wanted to get an official lease so that we were both protected if anything happened.
Okay. That was a good refresher. Okay, I think I'm solidifying my verdict. I'm ready to go whenever.
I'm good.
All right, let's do it. Darrien, your vote.
I'm gonna go. You are the asshole. I know. I was ping-ponging back and forth because I go, this person has put themselves in this situation. Clearly, they couldn't afford the house to begin with, which is why it was getting foreclosed. They owed all this money to their ex before that. The reason that I'm saying you're the asshole is that it's very obvious that he didn't switch up until she started, to Paddy's point, getting cracked. It went 0 to 100. He said himself by his own admission, we tried to stay friends, but she made it clear through her actions that I'm just her landlord. Oh my God.
Hello?
Wow. Freudian slip. Just your landlord. And because I'm her landlord, I want a lease. So it's not even like he understood, like, hey, this could get sketchy at some point. We're going to want to do this later on. He said, no, you date another man, you get a lease. And then she started dating that other guy. Week later, the lease is on the doorstep. I don't like that vibe. So yes, you are the asshole.
Very well. Paddy.
You're not the asshole. Listen, he was rightfully doing everything that he can do. Like, he didn't do anything that I think was overboard or like unnecessary. I think a lease is necessary if you're renting something out liability wise. That's crazy for him after putting in a ton of money. Like, what if she trashes the place? There's nothing in the lease or like under what he can do to like get that back. So I think this is completely fair. I don't think he's an asshole. Maybe a little bit of a jerk move, but like, you know what? Sometimes people need to be a jerk to somebody because they won't listen, because they're like, oh, we've got a relationship in the past. They try to do that bullshit and it doesn't work unless you're an asshole.
With my vote, I'm going back and forth on this hard.
Hell no, man.
I think he
Hey,
raised...
yo.
Okay.
Pause, bro. Oh my God.
I always get, just obliterated on this goddamn podcast. I'm struggling. Because, for example, he raised it $200 a month. You could have raised it $100. You could have, but how'd you get there? How'd you get to 200? Because we also don't know the rent. If the rent,
Get your money up.
okay. If the rent was $2,800 a month and you went to $3,000, maybe. But how do we know this isn't in a really shitty area and it was like $1,300 and now it's $1,500 and it's like that's actually, as a percentage, a pretty big increase.
Not a lot of beautiful houses getting foreclosed on.
This is also true.
Not now, at least.
Also true. Also, when I reread it just then, it did kind of like click to me. He doesn't say that she was like, hey, let's just be landlord and tenant. I don't want to be friends. This guy says through her actions, she has proven that she does not want to be friends anymore. Like,
Cracked.
either that, I'm going back and forth because maybe it's the opposite. Maybe he's like, I thought we were friends. Then her dog shit on the wall. And she just left it there because she was
Projectile.
like, fuck you.
Yes.
But maybe he broke up with her. Maybe he was like, hey, this is really not healthy, this situation. And she was like, oh, I'm going to pour concrete in the toilet and you're going to have to fix all the pipes.
I do love your faith in men as a subspecies of human, but regardless of how this goes, we all know exactly what's happening.
I tend to agree with you guys. I'm just trying to remain open-minded, so I'm struggling. But with my vote, I will say he is not the asshole. Purely,
wow. Our 13% female audience is gonna hate you guys.
Let's go. Come on now.
Offering a lease, I don't feel like is the worst thing, unless if he left something out, we don't know. If he put in there like, I can come visit whenever the fuck I want and can just walk through your door and have my own key. Oh, 100%, he's a dickhead.
He put the Tony Romo clause in there. Every pound you gain is $1,000 increase in rent.
You know he did, because I mean, honestly, boys. Okay, the verdicts are in. We obviously can't change them, but really think about it. He doesn't want her to stay there. He doesn't want to be her like landlord anymore. He wanted to hit. You know, so once that wasn't an option anymore, he probably did put something crazy in there. So she was like, no, and he's like, well. Then get out, so I can charge
the context
market
we
value.
don't have. We can only judge on the context that we have.
Oh, I forgot that's his corner or whatever. No, we all know what's going on. And when I see you, it's on site.
When I catch you, Ricky. When I catch you, Ricky.
You know, I'm fighting for the ladies over here. You guys are misogynists who take advantage of women when they're down. That's what you guys do. Just divorce. Why are you dating a divorcee the year that she got divorced? Huh? Pal?
You done? You done now?
I had a couple more, but I'm going to leave them in the chamber.
All right.
Ladies, cool. He's 6'1" and can't even... Oh, yeah, you know what? I'll stop right there. I was going to take that.
Going with that?
I was about to... There's a meme, and I was like, you know what? Our viewers probably don't know the meme, and I'm going to sound like a psychopath, so I'm just going to admit that.
Are you talking about the guy on the beach?
What?
Oh, never mind. I got something completely different.
This is
boys,
a bathtub.
All right, next story here. Let's go to the next one.
I'm wondering to myself how I'm going to cut this together because this is
what
so
a
ridiculous.
fucking ad. Okay. I guess we're going to the next story. Am I the asshole for not dropping off my wife and daughter right in front of her parents' house because the railway crossing gate was closed and it would have taken time? This comes from Reddit user. It was due to the train.
That's a good name.
I love that.
That's a good name.
It's a good throwaway name. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm going to go one mega Macaulay Culkin. Like one where his face takes up like the whole screen. One of those.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Understood. I understand it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're getting it now. Now we have 3 episodes where you're starting to get it. So, okay.
I understand.
I don't think anybody understands, but
it's not for you to understand. You're not going to understand everything.
Okay.
Hi, I wanted to ask about this issue because I've been feeling guilty due to the way that my wife has felt about this. Excuse me. Yesterday, I was supposed to drop my wife and daughter off at her parents' place where they were staying a couple of nights, and then go to visit some friends. Their house is on the other side of a railway crossing gate, and it can normally take a long time for it to open, especially if it's a goods train rather than a passenger train. But you can see her parents' house from the other side. So yesterday, when we reached that place, the gate was closed. In fact, it had closed like a few seconds before we reached the crossing. After about 5 minutes, with no sign of the train for as far as we could see, no sound of it either, I asked her if she wanted to just wait or just walk over. She said that she could walk and that, she and our daughter, I thought she was talking about the daughter, that she and our daughter could have crossed the tracks and walked to the house. Through all this, I didn't drive away. I stayed there until I saw them go in and then drove away.
Hang on.
Yep.
So she said that she could do this. Like,
yes.
There was no
That's what I'm gathering.
argument there.
He said,
asked,
do you want to walk?
Yes.
And she said, yeah, I can walk.
Okay.
Well, we got to know how she said it, though. Hey, if you're this person, it was because of the train. Can you put a comment? Explain how she said it, though. Because if she was like, yeah, I can walk, I guess, then you were in trouble. You were cooked.
Yeah. Coach
That's when you say, no, I'll just wait.
Well, I'll just wait for this train for the next 20 minutes, and then we'll just be way later. Even though I have to drive home, it's the middle of the night, but that's okay because I love you.
There you go. That's the response. So just what he said, record
Verbatim.
that. Don't say no, don't say it. Record it. Play it on your phone. Like download the podcast, play it on your phone for her.
Subscribe to the YouTube.
Exactly.
That's true. And then send her a link to this episode also whenever we call you the asshole, but then we're going to give the real verdict right after. So then she can feel like she won. You're out of the doghouse. You can blame it on me if you really want to.
Email it to her, but CC our email on there.
Oh, yes. And then we'll jump in the chain.
She'll say, no, I'll wait. And then you go, okay, let me play this podcast that I know. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
and
there we go.
You're in a good spot.
Figured it all out, man.
We are not afraid of the shameless plug. Anyways, today when I spoke to her, she seemed a bit quiet and I asked. She said that she was upset that I had asked her to walk rather than wait with her in the car.
Okay, so she definitely said it in that way. Or she was annoyed. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
She said she felt embarrassed explaining it to her parents. I told her I'd asked her that she decided to walk and that we had no idea how much longer it would have taken. But she insisted I shouldn't even have brought it up.
Yep.
That we had no idea. No, sorry. That once I did, she felt pressured to say yes. These people need to use better paragraphs. In my opinion, that shouldn't have been the case. But yeah, I needed to see someone later, but I wouldn't have had an issue with waiting. I've been feeling guilty about this and want to know if I was the asshole.
Wait. Before we get into this story, I want to remind both of you that we all have significant others who are very close to us, who are in possibly the rooms around us, near us.
They are.
So let's just keep that in mind. This is a safe space, though. So, hey, me personally, I love my girl. So you guys say whatever you want. I'm like, you see me getting like jacked up off the screen. Like, I'm like, yeah, man. He was being a real jerk.
Darrien, that's crazy. I see a shadow behind you of a gun pointed at you. Are you okay?
Guys, he was really being a real asshole. I don't really know what else to say.
Blink twice if you need help.
We just see Darrien make a phone call. He's like, yeah, the pizza's really upset and has a bottle in her hands.
We are in rare form today, boys.
If you couldn't tell, it is a Sunday night.
Yes.
Oh, man. But yes, this is tough because I understand where he's coming from in saying, like, I asked you and you said it was okay. Like, I do think that if you are in a relationship, especially if you have a kid, like, you should just feel free to say, like, the way, what you want. You shouldn't have to feel pressure to say something based off somebody asking something. But at the same time, if it's your wife and daughter, like, I feel like you gotta wait until however long. Like, it shouldn't be a burden to wait in a car with those two people. Those realistically should be the closest two people in your life, so it's not a big deal. If he had to be somewhere, like a time constraint had to be somewhere, I think that's different, but it didn't sound like that. So, yeah, this is tough.
Yeah, you do make a good point of, like, why was he in, like, such a hurry? I guess I fall victim to this. I'm the guy in the grocery store who, like, when I go by myself, it takes me 20 minutes.
Yes.
When I go with my fiance, it takes me an hour and a half. And I'm constantly conscious of that fact. And I just am like, we need to move. We need to go this aisle. We need to go this aisle. We need to go this aisle. And I'm just like on and on and on. So I understand just being like, it's just much faster for you to walk. But you got to pick up on the context clues, man.
Yeah.
Without me even hearing it, I knew how she had said it. Because we're all men here. Come on. Happy wife, happy life. We've all heard that our whole lives. Sometimes you just gotta eat shit. I don't know what else to say. You just gotta do the thing that's a little bit cumbersome and annoying to make sure that you keep the peace. It's just part of life. And hopefully your wife is also doing that for you in different instances that you have no idea that are happening.
Happy husband, happy life.
Yes, happy spouse, happy house.
There we go.
Because we're inclusive here.
There you go. Title of the episode.
Happy spouse, happy house.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
then
I don't get
pretty
it
good.
yet.
we're going to get 800,000 dislikes with only 100 views from all women.
Hey,
it's going to be amazing.
The dislike button. Hey. This is okay. So I get where you guys are coming from, and I agree to a degree of it as well. But I will say this is a pet peeve of mine when you're talking about like relationships, is when people are like, yeah, but when you said that, I felt like I had to. It's like, we're in a relationship. You've known me for years. Like, I'm not a mind reader. You gotta speak your mind. Like, I just can't stand that mentality of like, you should know what I'm thinking and act on that. Like, no, you're an adult and you should tell me. I'd really prefer not to. Okay? Then he'd be the asshole if he was like, ugh, like, please, you're right there. You really can't just walk over. Then 100%. But I can't stand that mentality of, yeah, but when you said that, I just felt like I had to, so I just did it.
I love how we're all just like sweating, like, yeah.
I feel like this is going to be a rare one where Bello is the single vote on one side.
I think so. What I will say about Bello is that he takes principled stands.
I do.
He does.
I'm standing on this because of the principle of the thing. Fuck everything else.
I also just feel this screams that she was, maybe not, maybe it depends how she said it, but I actually have a feeling she may have been okay with this.
And then the parents
feel
a type of way. Yeah.
And the parents were like, and
where's
Mike?
Jimmy?
Where's Mike?
He let you walk here across the train tracks with your daughter?
Click shotgun.
Next time I see him?
I can see that perfectly. I can see that. She's trying to explain, no, it's right
fair.
there. He just dropped us off. And the parents are like, if I ever did that, your grandfather would have fucking killed me. Like, no, that's unacceptable.
But the grandfather
only have the context of the story. We can't make assumptions.
The grandfather also probably camped outside of her house for 3 weeks without leaving, because that's just the kind of stuff that old people do, or like did back in the day. They're like, I asked her out 50 times and she finally gave me a chance, and now we're married. She had no other choices because I told everyone else that we were dating already. We were going steady, as old people say.
That is actually one of my favorite memes of like recent date, where it's like, Grandma, you little victim.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Straight up.
You little victim is crazy.
Just the undying persistence. You know what, though? Persistence, as much as everybody gives it shit, clearly works. Because
wait.
there are many people
in the most like
okay,
not aggressive way.
Persistence to get better at a skill. Persistence to get better at work. Persistence to get better at losing weight. Those things, it's good. Persistence to date a female, bad.
I agree, but you guys and me and every guy out there knows a guy who just like was groveling for like years, and then finally they get a chance and it works out and they're still together,
okay.
But it doesn't really matter.
Because the trick is, you get a no, you leave. You do not test that. You do not go like, oh, come on. The second you've done that, exit stage left is what I'll say. Absolutely unacceptable. But to come back maybe like months later and say, and if they're at least for everything you know, not in a relationship, hey, and then I'd say you probably get 2 or 3. Once you get to 4, like the 4th time, like a year later, like, hey, still checking in again after 3 months. This
like
is not
that
a business
landlord from the
follow-up,
last story.
You're not a salesman.
He was like, you still love me. Take me back. This is our house. Yeah, I personally am not a fan of the persistent strategy. I think it makes you look really thirsty and also like a creep. Even if the girl takes you in the end, she was calling you a creep the whole time. She just ran out of options.
I don't want to go where I'm not wanted.
Exactly.
Like, I don't ever really have a problem, like, when somebody's like, nah, like we're just doing this with these people. Okay, cool. Listen, I feel that I pick up on vibes very well and can understand when maybe I'm not the person they want there.
Paddy's an empath.
And I don't like that feeling. So you know what? I'm totally cool with being like, hey, you know what? We're good to go our separate ways.
That's
you
why
you want volunteers, not prisoners. Whenever
I'm
doing
at a
stuff.
party, the first thing I'll do is I'll just approach people and say, like, I have no problem with you being here. Just so you know. Like,
Yes.
I don't mind that you're here.
Even though you invited
I go
them,
up
you're like,
and confirm to
Yeah.
every person that they do, in
I
fact, want
wanted
me there.
you here right now, actually. But you know what you are, Paddy?
I'm Knuff.
You are Knuff.
Aren't we all? Unless you don't take no for an answer. Then you're not Knuff.
My
Absolutely
Knuff is
not.
backwards. Oh my gosh.
Only on your
Huh.
screen. It's normal on everybody else's.
Oh, is it backwards on yours too?
Yes.
What? My
Yeah,
mind is blown.
Well, mine is backwards on mine. But
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is backwards
Yeah.
on mine. But yours is straight on yours.
What? Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
I know our viewers
Technology.
only tune in for this really high-level
High-level,
content,
yes.
dialogue, like that's what they're here for. So
I think we're ready to vote, though. I think
Floyd
we're all-
Mayweather literally can't read. People
true.
don't care.
That's true.
Oh.
You can't read. That's true. 50 Cent has brought that up many times.
That's
Yes.
true.
yes. Yeah, I guess we can vote. Darrien, is he the asshole for making her walk across the train tracks with his daughter?
I promise that I'm not reading a pre-written statement. I'm gonna go. You are the asshole because at the end of the day, what were you in a rush for? You can wait the extra 10 minutes, 5 minutes to just take them, make sure that they're safe. Because at the end of the day, if they would have walked across those tracks and like some mugger came out of nowhere and like mugged them, what are you going to do? You're on the other side of the tracks. You've let them walk across
Hit them with your car.
yeah, drive in front of the oncoming train and die. And then your family will get mugged. So yeah, I just think it wasn't necessary. And I would wager to say, and by your own admission, you kind of picked up on it, that she was annoyed. Just keep the peace. Sometimes you can't take it literally.
Paddy,
Yeah, he's the asshole. Darren said it well.
I will knowingly go against the two of you and
Knew
say
it.
he is not the asshole.
Hey, shout out to all of our wags. They're pretty cool people. They will remain nameless and faceless for now.
For now.
For now.
But yeah, they deal with some shit. We're all high and mighty on this podcast. Bello sucks. I know that. So,
You don't have to watch the show to know that. You're just looking.
No, we all suck in our own unique ways. That goes for everybody. So, there's no perfect person out there, but find your person. Find someone who deals with your shit and then stay with them
Find
forever.
your beach.
Persistence in a non-creepy way.
Yeah. Good job.
Well, this guy, I feel really bad for him. She should speak her mind, especially if they're having like money problems, which it sounds like they might be in the background of this. I don't know. I know we're not supposed to use like stuff that's not in the story, but that's what I was picking up on. Paddy, this guy looks like he bets on sports. Do you have anything that he might be able to do to make him some money?
Bello, I do appreciate every week your intro into the bet of the week. I do find it funny every single time.
What intro?
Yeah, you know what? That was totally
Yeah, this
part
is all
of,
just conversational.
Yeah, I just ask you that every 50 minutes and 53 seconds on the dot.
That's true.
Yes.
Going back and forth on this one a lot because I personally bet on this team this month for them to have a certain amount of points. In hockey, you get points when you win games, and that's how they do the standings. And so I had them over points for the month, and they're not going to get it. They're going to fall just short. But they've been having a historic year. The Colorado Avalanche have been on fire all year. They have a chance to break the most points in a single season for a team. And because of the month they've had a couple of losses. Their odds to win the Stanley Cup have gone up. So take the Colorado Avalanche to win the Stanley Cup. They are an absolute wagon. I actually think this is a good month for them because they needed to learn losing during the season. And I think they're going to run through the Western Conference. Yeah. Western Conference getting ran through by the Colorado Avalanche. And I think they're going to be able to win.
A fat fucking wagon, too.
Yeah, they got a fat wagon. They're going to run through the West, and then they're going to tear apart the East in the Stanley Cup. So, Colorado Avalanche, book it.
These guys are dangerous. These guys are dangerous people.
These guys are persistent, I guess.
Oh.
Whoa. See, now it's changed the context of when I was saying it.
I don't understand.
Now I feel all messed up, conflicted. Guys, don't be a creep. Is that too much to ask?
It is for some people, which is just crazy.
You're totally right.
It is, and it's just astonishing because, like, for three normal guys, I would say it's not hard to be not creepy.
Yeah. That's true. But that's why we all have significant others.
For some people, man, it is just challenge impossible.
That's true.
True.
What's the creepiest thing that you guys have seen somebody do in real life?
I can't say on a podcast.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't say it.
And I would like to say we intervened in the scenario that I was saying.
Oh. So. Yeah. Shoot that guy.
Yep.
Well, that's good. You know what? I do have one I can say that one, because the other one was going to give away like where I went to college. Probably was not. Well, actually, I think I've already said. Yeah, I've said on the pod a million times. That's fine. I didn't see it personally. Like, it never happened in front of me, but it was a really big deal. There was a serial foot sniffer at Florida International University for a little bit.
You did tell us about that.
Yeah, it was pretty bad for a while. I think they caught him and obviously like hit him with like a misdemeanor or something because he violated like your public space, right? Like, you're in public, but you still have space. Like, so there was a degree of that, but like he didn't do anything physically. Like, he would never touch people necessarily. So like it was a tough scene. But he would like hide under bleachers during games.
Oh my God. Crazy. That's like somehow even worse.
Yeah. Like there was a lot. And so there was a little bit there where the Florida International serial foot sniffer was lurking. It was just like those TikTok memes of like the pisser, like those people that play like the Dexter.
Oh,
yeah, they like piss on campus. Yeah. It's kind of like that for a while. Not good.
I think this is kind of like creepy adjacent, but when I was in high school, I went on a trip to a beach somewhere. I know where, but I'll just try and keep it as vague as possible. And there was a guy who was obsessed with another girl who was on this trip. And I shit you not, in the middle of the night, we're on the probably 10th floor of this hotel. He was outside of our room on the balcony screaming to the sky and like asking why and all of that good stuff, with a group of dudes in the room watching him. And he knew. And he like, almost hurled himself over the bed. It was pandemonium.
That's not creepy, man. That's just sad.
It was so bad. But there are many things that led up to this. He was talking about like seeing demons and stuff. I've talked to this person.
He was on drugs.
Yeah, I've talked to this person since then. And he's like, wow, crazy, right? And I'm
get a load of me like a couple of years ago, man.
That's a little bit more than crazy, big dog. Maybe like I'm glad you're past it, but maybe unpack that a little bit more. Maybe you already did.
That I think about that all the time. Like when I meet people that they're like, for example, a bully in high school, and they're like, wow, man, I was a massive asshole, but I've grown so much, just like all of us have. And it's like, no. All of us knew not to be an asshole in high school. That was you that had that problem. Like that was a you issue. So one that I particularly like, one thing it just pisses me off. People who are like, you need to do acid because you have an ego death. And I'm like, no, we all just do that normally without acid, bro. I don't know why you need acid to realize, like, when I call someone a dumb fucker, that makes them upset. I had never thought of it that way. Like,
Yes.
okay, bro. Yes, we all knew that. I guess you had to do drugs to realize that.
Interesting.
All
Sorry,
right.
that was off tangent, but it happens more often than you think. Hey guys, thank you for listening to this week's episode of the podcast. This is episode 27. We're on YouTube, so like, subscribe on the podcast apps, Spotify, follow us, leave a review. We'd love to see it. Comment on YouTube as well. We have TikTok and Instagram, and an email, jerryrepearsped@gmail.com. Please reach out to us with your stories. We love you guys. See you next week.
Hi, Mom. Wave at the camera, boys.
Jazzy.